So, like 15 years ago, I started carrying around these little pocket books to jot down ideas and notes and lists. And this is a pile of those sketchbooks from the past 15 years. And these are my current books. This is my current desktop book and my current pocketbook. A few years ago, when I started doing bigger bike rides, I found these Right in the Rain pocketbooks that I started to jot down resupply notes and towns and mile markers and all of that kind of stuff. So now I've made one for 2025, and I guess that means I'm going back to the Tour Divide. Let's go for a bike ride and talk about it. It's true. I'm headed back to the Tour Divide. We are 4 months away from the start. Looking at the conditions here in Boulder, it's kind of hard to believe that it's only 4 months away, but it'll be here before I know it. I'm so excited. People might ask me what it's like doing the Tour Divide. I often say it's like going to summer camp. I've never been to summer camp, but I imagine it has a lot of similarities. You know, it's like 3 weeks away from home during the summer. You go and meet new friends and challenge yourself. Probably get a little homesick. You probably call your mom crying. You probably twist your ankle. You probably see some bear. All of those similarities, right? But I'm headed back. And I'm gonna make a series of YouTube videos of how I prepare, the things I do. There's a million ways to prepare for a ride like this. Depending on what you're into, you might lean into fitness, or you might lean into the bike, or you might lean into, I don't know, some other kind of hidden motivation, right? I'm gonna make a series of YouTube videos. One's gonna be talking about the bike. One is gonna be talking about the preparation. One is gonna be talking about the route. One is gonna be talking about the challenges. And then I'll do final bike check and stuff. And then obviously I'm gonna make a video of the actual ride. But the series, Roads and Trails to the Tour Divide, is mainly about the journey to get to the start line, because honestly that's a huge part of the battle. It's a huge challenge, is even getting there. So I plan on sharing my journey to get there. I'm kind of mostly assuming that if you've clicked on this video, you already know what the Tour Divide is. But just for clarity's sake, and so we're all on the same page, the Tour Divide is a solo, self-supported, unsupported, unsanctioned, unofficial 2,700 mile race down the Continental Divide. It loosely follows the Great Divide mountain bike route, which was established by the ACA back in the 90s. And then John Stemstad was the first one to do an ITT attempt in 1999, I think. And then the Great Divide mountain bike race took over in 2004 with Mike Kerouac. And then it went on for a few years until Matthew Lee organized like the official race that's been come to be known as the Tour Divide in 2008. And everyone knows about the film, the Tour Divide film that was made and released. I think it was released in 2010, but it was about the 2008 inaugural race. Anyway, I'll go into more of those kinds of details when I talk about the route in a later video, because I think that stuff is cool and important, and so I want to share it. This will be my third attempt at the Tour Divide in as many years. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still wrestling with conflicting emotions of not having finished the previous 2 years, but I'm also motivated and determined to go back and finish it, and to do it in the style and the way that I know I can, and the way that I want. Part of that is single speed. I plan on riding single speed again, and I have goals. I have intentions. Aside from sharing the journey, sharing the ride with my YouTube audience and sharing it with whoever cares, I want to do it kind of fast. I think I have the skills. I have now the experience. I know the route way better than I did the first year, that's for sure. And definitely taking the experience from last year. There were a lot of positives that I can take away. But I'm motivated. I'm excited to go back, and it's also probably a good reason why you shouldn't listen to any of my advice. I haven't finished yet, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. The first year I attempted Tour Divide, I rode this bike with 29-inch wheels, not this fat bike setup, but I think it was the perfect bike. It was comfortable for long days. It was still fast. It's light. It has all sorts of mounting points for cargo and luggage and water and all of that kind of thing. Huge clearance for the mud, so I never had to worry about clogging up in muddy sections. And then last year I rode the Moots, and that was the perfect bike. It was like the perfect match to the kind of ride I wanted to have. Like, I wanted to really enjoy it. I wanted to be on a cool bike. I wanted to be on a bike that was, made around the same time as the birth of the Tour Divide. So that had special meaning, and finding it on Craigslist was cool. And so this year, maybe you've picked up on some of the hints of what I'm building or what I'm working on. It's gonna be a drop bar, 29er, single speed, titanium. We'll talk more about that later. Maybe the most obvious question is, why the Tour Divide? Why am I going back? Aren't I sick of it? You're going back for the third time in 3 years. Like, maybe you just don't have it in you. Maybe you just can't do it, yada yada. I love the route. I think I'm hugely motivated by the towns, by the passes, by the land, by the rivers, by the lakes, by every single natural landscape we go through is just remarkable. And I find it very inspiring to be out there and to connect with nature in that way, to connect with myself. It's cliche to say that that big rides are transformative, but it's true. Like, you come out the other side a different person. You learn so much about yourself Or I guess if you're doing it right, that's the hope, is that you're moved and changed. That's what I hope for. I hope to grow. I hope to understand myself better. I hope to understand people better. I love bikes, so I want to connect with my bike in the landscape. And I've attempted it twice now, and both years have been completely different. It's been a different experience. Even though I was riding the same route, you're gonna experience things differently. So I'm open to a new experience. I have intentions, but I'm also open to whatever the route has in store. It's just kind of the beauty of doing a big ride like that. So what's next for the next 4 months? Well, in addition to making, the videos for this Roads and Trails to the Tour Divide series, I have a couple of bigger rides planned, all in preparation for the Tour Divide. So I'll probably make separate videos about those rides. I almost just ate it. So yeah, I have a couple rides coming up planned. So stay tuned. And I'm also probably gonna squeeze in a couple of other videos in between these Tour Divide specific videos. So that's the plan. The next video, I'll reveal the bike I'm building. I'm waiting on a few parts. Should be pretty exciting. I guess if I'm doing the YouTube thing, like and subscribe and share and all of that stuff. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming with me on this ride. This Roads and Trails video series is solo, self-supported. It's not a how-to. Don't expect me to tell you how to complete the Tour Divide, how to do it. But if I share how I do it, there might be applicable things to how you do it or how you want to do it. So that's my disclaimer. I'm just a dude doing it the way I want to do it. So that's all for now. We'll see you in the next one.